Salutations, dreamers in dreamland. Welcome to the latest edition of Listen to Me. Let me tell you something right now. Listen to Me, volume 61. It's got some incredible boxing news to go over. Weekend review, weekend recap. I want to go over what we saw this past weekend in boxing. Now listen, everybody's favorite boxing shaman, yours truly. I know what I'm looking at, the dream. I know what I'm looking at when it comes to boxing. However, this past weekend, I did not go 4 for 4 as I had predicted in my weekend prediction video. I went 3 for 4. And you know something? There was an incredible fight, and I'll begin with where I went wrong. I picked Richie Comey. I picked Richie Comey to beat Vasyl Lomachenko. It's not what happened. Not even close. I thought Richie Comey, he was going to land a big right hand at some point, and he was going to stop Vasyl Lomachenko. It never happened. Vasyl Lomachenko basically won. He may have won all 12 rounds of that fight. I mean, you might have been able to shade 1 or 2 swing rounds in there for Richie. And listen, I love Richie Comey. I really do. I think he's a great fighter. And Vasyl Lomachenko said himself, Richie Comey has what it takes to become a champion again. But, the man on the night, this past Saturday night, the better man was Vasyl Lomachenko, and, I will eat the crow, and I will give the congratulations and the roses and the flowers due to Vasyl Lomachenko. He proved the dream wrong. He proved, that he was the better man that night, and he proved he still has more than enough in the tank, and he has more than what it takes to become a champion in the lightweight division again. Listen, Vasyl Lomachenko was hard to hit. He was very elusive. He was defensively responsible. His footwork was unparalleled, and his punching was precise. He dropped Richie Comey in the 7th round, and he almost stopped him. And there were a couple of instances in the fight where Vasyl Lomachenko, in his showmanship and his dominance in the fight, was actually motioning to the corner of Richie Comey to throw in the towel. He was pointing to the referee to stop the fight. Vasyl Lomachenko, he beat up Richie Comey. He did. And he did it, he did it rather convincingly. He did it in a fashion that was, he definitely got some style points. Listen, Vasyl Lomachenko is definitely still among the greatest fighters in the world today. He's still among the very best fighters at 135 pounds. And he's definitely still, if he can win another world title, he belongs on a pound-for-pound list. If he can become a world champion again. Having said that, I don't know if Vasyl Lomachenko will get a shot at George Kambosos Jr. going forward. George Kambosos Jr. did say, he would not mind fighting Vasyl Lomachenko in Australia. Vasyl Lomachenko stated of his own volition, stated in his, out of his own mouth, Vasyl Lomachenko said that he would not mind going to Australia, traveling to Australia, being the road fighter, and challenging for all those belts that, George Kambosos holds. So, will that be next for Loma? I'm not sure. This fight against Richie Comey was for the WBO Intercontinental 135-pound boxing championship, and a championship of that nature with the WBO does have some sort of, path to a WBO mandated shot at the WBO Lightweight Championship of the World, which is held by George Kambosos. George Kambosos Jr., the unified champion of the world, from Australia, who holds not only the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC franchise, which is basically just a trinket, which is kind of like just a little bonus, if you will. But it doesn't come with the same type of mandatories that, the real WBC championship comes with. Having said that, George Kambosos is the authority at 135 pounds. Is that fight next for Loma? I don't know. Not sure. Everybody knows that Bob Arum, who celebrated his 90th birthday in Madison Square Garden, and let me tell you something right now. I just want to take a minute, wish Bob Arum, as everyone in Madison Square Garden did, wish him a happy birthday. I mean, how cool is Bob Arum? Not only did he promote or co-promote more than 27 of Muhammad Ali's professional fights, but has promoted over something like 1,000 championship fights, and has just been, the best promoter in boxing, if not the best, among the very best promoters in professional boxing for well over 60 years now. I mean, this guy is someone who's been at the top of the game for a long time. He is, obviously still in charge of Top Rank. And at 90 years old, very cool to have Tyson Fury, walk that aisle to the ring just to lead the entire Madison Square Garden crowd in a serenade of happy birthday for Bob Arum. So congratulations to Bob Arum. Having said that, everybody knows that Bob Arum has a way with the WBO, and I don't think it was a coincidence that Loma and Richie Comey just fought on a top-ranked card for a WBO, secondary title, which basically will guarantee at some point in the future the holder of that title, now Vasyl Lomachenko, a top-ranked fighter, a shot at the WBO title. Look, Bob Arum doesn't want to get in a purse bid or a bidding war with Eddie Hearn with Matchroom over any fights. Bob Arum doesn't want to be in a bidding war with anyone, but especially the deep pockets of Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. He doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to have to go there. And with a WBO mandated title defense, Bob Arum really doesn't have to go there. So, it makes it easier for him to, move the chess pieces on the financial board in the business of boxing. So we'll see what happens next for Loma. Again, that's the one fight this past weekend that I did not give the correct outcome for. Now, I want to cover Nonito Donaire. I told you, my prediction was Nonito Donaire by knockout over Raymart Gaballo, and that's exactly what happened. It happened earlier. I said it would happen in as soon as the second half of the fight began, in the 7th round, that would be it. Donaire would drown Raymart at that point, without question. Didn't even take that long. In the 4th round, after the completion of the first quarter of the fight, the first quarter being the first 3 rounds, it only took 1 quarter. I thought it might take a half. It only took Nonito Donaire, 37 years old. It only took him 1 quarter to figure out exactly what Raymart Gaballo was capable of and what he wasn't capable of. He found the hole, and he drove the dagger right through the hole with an incredible body shot. Just an incredible liver shot, ended the fight. And Raymart Gaballo tried to get up, but he immediately fell down again. And that was it. So that's, one of the fights I got correct. Knockout, Donaire, done. Okay, Katie Taylor and Firuza Sharapova. Unanimous decision for Katie Taylor. I predicted as such. Katie Taylor cruised to victory with her, ease and her boxing ability, and it was a fairly, easy fight to score. It really was. I mean, I'm not telling you that this was a clean sweep. No, I saw, Sharapova win 2, maybe 3 rounds at most, but Katie Taylor definitely won 7 or 8 rounds of the 10 rounds, and it's a unanimous decision victory for Katie Taylor. So congratulations to Katie Taylor. Again, I'll end this with the fight where I got it right, but I told you it would be a unanimous decision for Conor Benn, and then ended up being a knockout, and an impressive knockout in the 4th round. Look, I thought Chris Algieri, with his boxing IQ, with his ring IQ, with his boxing brain, and his experience, I thought he would, be able to make it to the final bell and lose a decision to Conor Benn. That's not the way it went down. Conor Benn, boom, 1-2. Serious 1-2. Nice jab, followed up on the ropes. He pushed Algieri to the ropes with a nice jab, followed up with a clean right hand. Boom! Looked like it caught Algieri in the chin and the throat. That's what it looked like it caught him. It caught him square as can be. Algieri folded like a towel, and that was all the referee needed to see, and that was the end of the fight. Now, look, Chris Algieri, Long Island's own Chris Algieri, he's a New Yorker, and I respect him, and he's been in the ring, shared the ring with legends like Manny Pacquiao, championship fighters like Amir Khan, Ruslan Pravladnikov, is who he beat to become a champion. Look, Chris Algieri's had a great career, and I think after losing to to the son of Nigel Benn, to Conor Benn, I believe that this is it for Chris Algieri. I believe he should retire. He should hang it up, and he should move on, and he should concentrate more on being a boxing analyst, as he's very, very good on the microphone, and he's very good with his boxing IQ, his ring IQ, and he's someone that is definitely a pleasure to listen to in his commentary, pre, post, and during any boxing fight. Having said that, it's been a pleasure. Yours, mine, and ours. And remember, I am your favorite boxing shaman, the dream, and whether you're a fan, fam, friend, foe, frenemy, fucking asshole, ha-ha, I got nothing but love for you. Peace!